Hi everybody, I'm Joey, and in this series of videos I'll be making what is going to be a baby's changing table, but eventually it will become a bookcase and general place to put things when the baby grows up. This video is also sponsored by H&T Gordon Plane Makers. You can see maybe I've got a bunch of these sitting around. Been playing with them today, making some moldings. So this is going to be made of solid ash, and it's going to have a really dark stain and clear coat afterwards. And so hopefully you enjoy this series. It's been pretty fun to work on so far, and hopefully I do some justice to the beautiful planes that H&T Gordon have supplied. So first thing is to rip down roughly, cut to width and length all my pieces, and then get them dressed up and joined. And this is the same process for all the pieces of timber in this job. I'm starting this job by making the panel and frames for the ends of the base unit and the sides of the shelve units that sit on the top. And I have to make a stopped groove in the stiles of the panel frames, and this is a pretty easy way to do it, I think. For the panel, I'm using ash veneer on a 7mm MDF sheet, just purely for stability and ease of use, and it looks just as good as anything else. The dominoes I'm using I made myself. They're made to fit the widest slot setting on the domino, and you can see I'm using double tenons here just to give a bit of extra strength. This panel is the base of the unit, and it's made of two boards glued up. One of those boards is actually maple. It seemed that a piece of maple got mixed up with the ash order, but anyway, it's at the back of the bottom, and no one's ever going to see it with a dark stain. And I'm just making my first few cuts with the dovetail fence on the side rebate plane, and working, well, it's a bit rough at first, but I get the hang of it and it works really well. I'm making a dado groove through the end panel, and this is where the base panel of the unit will dovetail into. And just adding the dovetail shape to that dado. And a couple of more dados through the base panel. This is to allow me to join the dividers for the cupboards and drawers. And just adding a rebate to the back edge of the end panel. That will just allow me to fix my backing panel onto the unit. And a quick sand before I fit the end panel for the last time. Now onto the shelf units that will sit on top of the base unit, and I'm just starting out by making a small rebate for the dovetails, which will hold the unit together. You'll get the idea as we go along here. This is a quick jig I made up, screwed to my bench, just to allow me to cut 2 dados for the shelves, for the shelf unit. This way I can do all 4 panels at the same time, and they're all exactly the same. I'm just adding an extra little cut here to try and minimize blowout of the back edge when I cut this dovetail, although you'll see it still chips out a little bit. I think it helps. And ended up with a small gap, but not too bad for my first go with this system. And I'm just pre-staining the insides of the shelf unit because it's going to be too finicky to do this once it's together, and I will probably still go over it and give it a bit of a sand and touch up afterwards, but at least most of the inside it will be stained and I don't have to worry about getting into all the little nooks and crannies later. By the way, I'm using Brywax spirit-based dye stain, which allows me to go over some pieces and not worry too much about color darkening up with multiple layers. It's pretty nice that way, and it dries in 30 seconds, so you can carry on with your work. So that's where I'll leave it for this video. I've got the kind of base of the base unit sorted, and I've got the 2 shelf units that will go on top of the base unit pretty much done, and I'll carry on getting the top and all the other parts in the next video.